Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday, and what a treat we have for you today. We are at the start. This evening, officially, we kick off Fall Cane Immersion 2023 with Maestro Eduardo Reis, the founder of Sobrevivencia. And we're going to kick this off with the coaches training. And then tonight, we have the first bonus session with Grandmaster Bram Frank. But today, you have three of the most common questions regarding Sobrevivencia. And as a treat, we have the founder himself, Maestro Eduardo Reis, with us today here in Miami for the immersion. And what a treat. I'm going to go ahead and ask him those three questions that we surveyed about. And he gets to answer that directly there for you. Bienvenido, Maestro. Welcome once again to Miami. And the first question is straight from the founder. What is Sobrevivencia? ¿Qué en realidad es la sobrevivencia?
Sobrevivencia es un sistema que te llama la atención a ti para tú transitar del punto A al punto B y retornar de manera salva. Uno en la vida diaria se tropieza muchas situaciones y Sobrevivencia te enseña desde aprender a evaluar las situaciones, lograr el camino más sencillo de resolverlas sin crearte problemas.
So in a nutshell, SV is a system that attracts because it is a way of getting from point A to point B with all of life's daily exigencies and all the situations and all the conflicts that you may find yourself in. So it's a very viable way of getting from point A to point B.
Se compone de un grupo de ejercicio físico.
It consists of a group of physical exercise.
Cuando las personas pasan ya o entran en la tercera edad,
so as you're going through the different, especially late in life, late stages of life,
mejora mucho su salud,
you're going to improve your health,
mejora su agilidad,
your agility,
y lo va dotando de técnicas que lo permiten defenderse.
It's going to give you self-protection techniques and strategies
a una situación de agresión determinada.
Right, so that you can handle a very specific, aggressive, violent situation.
Y además le llama la atención de las posibilidades que él tiene ante una situación determinada, darle una solución que no tenga que llegar a crear problemas más grandes que la propia situación.
So it gives you a way of de-escalating or responding to conflict in such a way that you don't necessarily have to escalate and have it get to a violent and dire situation. So it has built in a way of peaceful conflict resolution. The second question is, what's the applicability of that to today's world? ¿Cómo aplica eso? ¿Cuál es el beneficio de la sobrevivencia? ¿Cómo aplica en el mundo en que vivimos hoy?
Aplica en el mundo en que vivimos. Es que esto en realidad se va haciendo más complejo. Las relaciones humanas se van haciendo más complejas.
So human relationships are getting more complicated as times go by, more complex.
Se van haciendo más agresivas.
They're getting more aggressive.
Se va perdiendo educación.
You're losing education and just how to treat people.
Se van perdiendo las diferencias de respeto que existía entre las edades.
So there used to be respect between the different age groups, and that's going by the wayside.
Y las personas que van cogiendo una cierta edad se sienten desprotegidas.
And so once you are a certain age, you feel like you don't have the protection that you once had.
Porque no se mantienen con toda la mentalidad que tenían de lo que anteriormente ellos vivieron y estudiaron.
Because they're still living with the mentality of how they grew up and in the environment that they grew up, and this has changed a lot.
Eso trae como consecuencia que las personas se van limitando cada vez más sus traslados. Tratan de salir lo menos posible.
So as a response to that, individuals and people, especially later on in life, they limit how much they go out, their interaction, their social interaction, because there's a fear of that.
porque se sienten en inferior posición a una realidad que cada día va en aumento.
So they feel they are inferior and incapable, and their reality is something that continues to go in the opposite direction, right?
Cuando en realidad son personas que tienen mucha más capacidad de solucionar un problema que otros que va a tropezar en la vida, más jóvenes, más impulsivos.
When in reality they actually could have the wisdom on avoiding a variety of situations, and they do have the capability, a real viable capability of sidestepping and overcoming a lot of these challenges.
Y lo que necesitan simplemente es reorganizar su mentalidad,
All they need to do really is to reorganize their way of thinking,
tomar ejercicio físico que puede acorde a sus posibilidades, a su edad,
do the physical exercise that goes in accordance with their stage in life,
ubicarse en el punto de la vida que están transitando y sacar el mejor provecho de esa situación.
get clear as to the life stage that they're navigating, and then see how you can maximize that situation, that you create leverage during that time.
Y se nombra supervivencia o sobrevivencia porque tú vas a sobrevivir una situación determinada. Es prepararte para enfrentarte a ella y sobrevivir. No vas a erradicar, tú no vas a erradicar las situaciones que te van a ocurrir. No puedes. No, son ajenas a tu voluntad. Pero si vas a tener una mentalidad diferente, ¿cómo vas a enfrentarla y cómo vas a solucionarla?
It's called sobrevivencia, which means survival, because you cannot control the situations that are going to happen to you. You don't have control over certain situations, but you can control how you respond to them, and what it's going to give you. It's a quiet peace because you are confident in your ability to survive these. And then the third question for Maestro Reese is, what's the biggest obstacle that he's seeing today in the arts in general, not just the cane arts, right? So he's aware, he has a pulse on what's going on in different arts. He gets to see a lot of what's going on in there, but in the self-protection arts, in the physical arts, in the cane arts, what's the biggest obstacle that he sees, the biggest challenge as it applies to sobrevivencia? ¿Cuáles son los obstáculos que usted ve en las diferentes artes de defensa, bastón, que va, o sea, el obstáculo en lo que es la filosofía de la sobrevivencia?
El obstáculo más grande es cambiar tu mentalidad.
The greatest obstacle is to change your mind frame.
¿Por qué razón? Porque muchas veces tú piensas, no tengo posibilidad de hacer esto ya.
Because oftentimes you say, gosh, I don't have the ability to do this anymore.
No puedes entrenar un arte marcial que te permita defenderte porque estás fuera de la edad.
You can't train in a martial art that allows you to defend yourself because you're not in that age group anymore, and what that art calls for, you're in a stage in life with it doesn't fit in.
Porque todos los artes marciales tienen sus especificaciones.
All martial arts have their specifications,
Que son tradicionales muchas veces.
which are oftentimes traditional.
Entonces, supervivencia toma lo que tú has hecho durante toda tu vida.
SV takes into account everything that you've done throughout your entire life,
Tus limitaciones
your limitations,
físicas
your physical limitations,
mentales.
and your mental limitations,
Y la adapta a tu situación específica.
and it adapts it to your specific situation. So I want to just be clear here that one of the differences in what he's saying in essence is that a lot of the martial arts systems bring to you a way of doing things based on that system, whereas in SV, you're taking an inventory, if you will, of who you are at the stage that you're at, and then you are choosing your systems, your way of movement, your way of responding based on the way you already are and that physical state that you are in life.
Y tú puedas resolver esa situación sin que te quedes dañado después y tengas que reconstruirte como persona.
You can survive that one situation and train without then having to repair your body and repair yourself as a human being.
Porque tú puedes o quedarte corto en una situación o propasarte en una situación.
You can either come up short in your response to a situation, but you can also overdo it.
Y después tener que responderla muchas veces ante autoridades.
And then have to respond to the laws, right, that are governed. We live in a society governed by laws, and you're responsible for the way that you respond.
Por no tener una educación de dominio y de posibilidades de salir de una situación determinada.
Simply because you don't have dominion over the proper way to respond to these situations. So I think that the main difference there between SV and again, many of the arts and much of what's out there is he feels that the arts and the systems is something that you're going to work into, whereas SV is about you, your stage, your limitations, what you've done your whole life. And then from there, that's how you're going to build. In other words, it's about you. And you're building essentially your system and your art. Gracias. Ajá, maestro.
¿Sí? No, tiene estudios de filosofía.
Oh, it's got philosophy, right? You're studying philosophy.
Que te van a ampliar tu capacidad de mente, y tiene estudios físicos de combate que son extremadamente poderosos.
So the physical the philosophical component is on how to handle the different situations, and then it has a physical component which is designed to train you, and incredibly, it says incredibly effective. All right, maestro, gracias.
Gracias a usted.
Gracias. Ahí we're so tonight, guys, and I'll obviously we're excited about getting started here today with Fall Cane Immersion, and I want to thank you for your headquarters is still going to be happening, everything a little bit slower because the entire staff is obviously all hands on deck. Listen, if you're interested in this or just cane training, if you're watching this for the first time, go ahead and text the letter CCC to the number on the screen, because it all begins with that no cost cane clarity call. We will be on a phone call with you, learning what it is about you. Maybe it's something about this conversation that you have questions about, but you're going to walk out of there with an actual plan, something that's doable. And you're also invited to the Sobrevivencia private Facebook group. Look it up, Sobrevivencia, the art of survival. That's where we're meeting. That's where we're having discussions. That's where we're going to post and keep you updated on everything that's going on here this week of Fall Cane Immersion. I'm Joe Robaina on behalf of Sobrevivencia founder, Maestro Reese. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.